Hi everyone, welcome to your April 2024 astrological forecast. So the big news this month is the new moon total solar eclipse in Aries on the 8th. So I will be starting your forecast off with that when you get to it, okay, each individual sign. But also on April 1st, Mercury in Aries turned retrograde and will stay that way up until the 25th when it turns direct. And then on the 5th, Venus moves into Aries, okay? So by the time this eclipse comes along, there will be the Sun, Venus, and Mercury and a new moon all in Aries. So wherever you have Aries in your chart is going to be pretty active for a while, okay? The Sun in Aries up until 19th, right? And then it moves into Taurus on the 19th, and there's a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd. Then on the 25th, Mercury turns direct in Aries. Then on the 29th, Venus moves into Taurus, and Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus, so it does really well when it's in its own sign. And on the 30th, Mars moves into Aries, and Mars is also the ruler of Aries, and it does really well when it's there. So, I would like to remind everyone that the weekly forecast is now like a daily forecast, but it only occurs when there is a major aspect for that day. So that's why there isn't a daily video. But we're still calling it like the weekly forecast or whatever. Whatever you want to call it, okay? So be sure to check out my daily forecast shorts. Okay, they're just a short video. And a special shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much for all your support, your likes and shares and comments and your donations. Everything you guys do for me helps my channel to grow. Okay, I really, really appreciate it. So, now for your forecast. Hi, Cancer. So, the new moon solar eclipse in Aries is occurring in your 10th house, your most public house, okay? Your 10th house of your career and public persona. This is how people view you and speak about you publicly, okay? How you're known by reputation, professionally and personally. So even if you're retired, you're still like the center of attention right now. People could just be wondering what you're up to. You know what I mean? If you are someone who is like a celebrity type person, whatever, if you were interviewed recently, this is when the interview would like more or less be aired, or at least be reviewed or something or other, okay? And if, you know, if you're just like even on social media, you know, people could just be asking about you, or you're on people's minds right now. People would like to know what you're up to. Okay, so, you know, Venus is also here, and if you've listened to my previous videos, you know, I always say when Venus is in your first house, your own zodiac sign, or your 10th house, you should milk it for all you can, okay? Because you are in the public eye right now, especially with the Sun. The Sun is in Aries up until the 19th. So Venus moves here on the 5th, and Mercury is here all month, okay? But it's retrograde from the 1st on till the 25th, okay? So if you have inquired about a position that you would like, okay, if this is like for your career, and or even like personally in some kind of group or organization possibly, and you didn't hear back from them, or they hired someone else, or they chose someone else for the position, you may hear back at this time when Mercury is retrograde regarding a previous position you were interested in, okay, to see if you still want it. So who knows whatever happened with what, you know, whoever it was that they chose. I would ask about that if I were you, because maybe the person just up and quit, you know, and they might have had a good reason for doing that. But whatever, okay. A new moon, though, here, especially on top of a solar eclipse at the same time, brings a new beginning. So this is a new beginning in your career or your personal status in some way or other, okay? So you are actually getting an awful lot of attention with the Sun here, but Venus here people, you can do no wrong. You know, they're saying so many nice things about you. Usually it's about your appearance, okay? Your hair, your style, the way you dress, or something or other, you know. But it could be about your personality also, but usually it's about looks, okay? How charming and beautiful you are, or handsome, or whatever, okay? So this is like the best time to really, you know, move forward in some way or other, especially if you are working on something that needs to be presented to the public. This is like a really good time to do it, especially around that solar eclipse on the 8th. Whatever's going on around that time, it will last longer than it normally would because it's energized by the eclipse. Okay, so you could even just be, you know, in a way, like thrust into the spotlight, okay? At the same time, okay, now the sun does move into Taurus on the 19th and your 11th house, and Venus moves here on the 29th, okay? Your 11th house is your house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, sociability, your friends, acquaintances, where you would normally go to hang out. This is socializing in person or online. And it's any group or organization that you belong to. But right now, you also have Jupiter and Uranus transiting in this area. It's been there for a while. Jupiter has been here since last year. So it helps you go after a dream or a goal that you've always wanted, okay? When Jupiter left your 10th house the year before, it should have given you some kind of promotion within your personal status or your actual professional capacity, okay? So now it moved into your 11th house, and there's still that factor there where you still have like sudden good fortune going on with the combination of these two planets. And with this eclipse occurring, like at the beginning of the month, it's almost like your reputation precedes you as far as a group or organization may be courting you, you know, right now at the beginning of the month to try to get you to join them. Or whatever, you know, whatever you're doing though, if you are on social media especially, you know, because Mercury is retrograde, it does rule communications. You've got to be really careful what you say at this time. Make sure people clearly understand what you mean by something, even if you're being kind of cute, you know. There's always some jerk that's gonna, you know, try to read something or other into whatever it was that you said that was perfectly innocent. So I'm just, you know, letting you know ahead of time that your words are being publicly viewed right now, or, you know, studied. Okay, so it's a really good idea to, you know, make sure you just watch what you say, especially publicly. Okay. So again, around that new moon is a new start within your career or your personal status. Okay, now Mars is still in Pisces in your 9th house. Okay, Saturn and Neptune are all still here. Okay, and Mars moves into Aries, into your 10th house, where it will energize your determination to move forward in your career or your personal status. Even more. Mars is very at home in the 10th house because it is a house of competition for a position, okay? So with Mars in your 9th house, though, you're still wanting to maybe like travel, do something or other. Mars is very energizing, and the 9th house is the house of adventure, long-distance communications and travel, foreign countries, people, languages, cultures, foreign travel, okay? Also, legal matters, higher learning, media and publishing. It is an internet house, okay? With Saturn and Neptune here, you've kind of, like if you were used to traveling, you have maybe not been able to do that for a while, you know, especially with Saturn here. Kind of clipped your wings for a little while. It's making you stay in one place, and it's making you stick with something. You know, if you are in a class right now, it could be something very tedious and boring, but you're learning it, you know. It's something that you might have to know, not just for your job, but something that would personally benefit you in some way. But with Mars here, you're still able to bring about some kind of an adventure, okay? Anyways, back to the Sun and Venus being in Taurus towards the end of the month. You know, you'll feel like being with your friends or wanting to see people or get out there and see a live show or do something, get out of the house, okay, especially when the Sun moves here. With Venus here, you know, and Jupiter at the same time, along with Uranus, there's bound to be somebody new coming into your circle of friends. Or you're going to meet someone, you know, it could just be for friendship, but it could also be romantic, okay? Now, around on the 23rd, there's a full moon in Scorpio. In your 5th house, it's directly across from your 11th house. In your 5th house, it's the house of fun and parties, creativity, romance, gambling and speculation, any form of entertainment, anything to do with children, okay? So a full moon does exist to bring a problem to the surface, okay? So it can be dealt with and done away with. And I really don't see too many problems here, though, at this time. You have a lot of fun things going on in your 11th house of sociability. So I would have to say it's just something, you know, putting a friend in their place, you know, somebody that says something to you jokingly possibly that you don't care for, you know, or they do it all the time. It's like correcting someone. I believe that that's what you're doing. You're correcting someone at this time within your group of friends or even a romantic partner. If you're involved in any kind of creative collaboration, this is the time that you'll put your foot down and put in more than your 2 cents and say that you want it to go this way or that way or the way it was originally intended by you, okay? Also with a child, if you have a child or you have to deal with children, there's some kind of, I don't know, you know, discipline possibly that you have to dish out, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Cancer on the 13th, 14th, and 15th, and the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Capricorn, and those dates are the 1st, 2nd, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The best time for money is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 30th. The best time for your career is the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 5th, 6th, and 7th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for April. Be sure to check out my weekly forecasts, which have now become like dailies. Okay, see you later. Bye.